welcome to my channel. This video is going to be the full moon pick a card reading video for October 31st, 2020. I'm going to be using the Dog and Cat Communication Tarot deck, and this reading is going to be for a message from your familiar about what you can release this full moon, which also lands on Samhain and Halloween. This is also the second full moon for the month of October 2020. The first one was in the beginning of the month, and having two full moons in 1 month is extremely rare. So that makes this an even more powerful and exciting full moon. So the full moon time during this time period is the perfect time to release and to let go of limiting beliefs or behaviors or habits, thought patterns, anything that you feel is holding you back from reaching your desires and manifesting your dream life. This is also the time to reflect on the past 2 weeks, go back to the last new moon and reflect and think about what has happened during that time. What has occurred for you? How have you felt? What have you accomplished? And what do you wish to accomplish, or where do you wish to go from here? What needs to be changed? What needs to be released in order for you to manifest what you intended to at the new moon? So for this full moon, focus on what needs to be cleansed or released, what energy you want to get rid of, what is limiting you. Think about that, and that's what you are going to release during this full moon. Assess how in alignment you are with your intentions, and then what adjustments need to be made. As I mentioned, this full moon lands on Halloween and Samhain, and it is also in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign that has a focus on material and physical items. Taurus energy also focuses on self-love and self-care, safety and security, so feeling safe and feeling grounded and also feeling supported. During this full moon, the sun is also in Scorpio, so it is Scorpio season. So with that in mind, this full moon makes it a really great time to self-evaluate, self-assess, really turn inward and make yourself vulnerable, become vulnerable. And it's a great time to ask yourself if you are really living in alignment and being authentic. Are you really being true to yourself? Do your thoughts and actions, your intentions, your goals, are they in align with who you really are, with what you really want, with what you really think deep down inside? Are you living authentically? So this is going to be a pick a card reading. The question is, what does your familiar think that you need to release during this full moon? So I'm going to shuffle the cards and make a pile from 1 to 3, and you pick a number 1, 2, or 3, and that's the pile that has the message that you need to hear. So take a deep breath and get in a meditative state, relax your body, relax your mind, and pick your number. What does your familiar suggest you release at this full moon? What energy does your familiar want to see you release? Pile 1, 2, and 3. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. 1, 2, 3. Group 1, your cards are the King of Hearts and the Tower. Group 1, your pet is reminding you to remain positive and confident that whatever challenges occur, you will survive, you will benefit, you will do well, you will succeed. The Tower is all about some sort of change that you weren't expecting. Maybe it was surprising or unexpected. Your familiar is reminding you to remain confident and to feel stable and secure, to feel grounded, which is a lot of this Taurus energy that this full moon is bringing. So your pet is just trying to remind you to tap into that energy of just feeling really grounded and really confident and secure, and that whatever happens, nothing's going to really knock you down or nothing's going to be too hard for you. You are confident enough and capable enough to overcome anything that is thrown at you. And the King of Hearts is your familiar telling you to remember to remain in balance. So animals do like structure, and they like to know what to expect, and they like schedule so they know that they're fed at the same time every day, things like that. But they also need this leadership to be, and this structure to be approached with compassion and understanding and a kind of gentle, nurturing manner, not just strict rules and strict structure. They like to have this loving energy around them throughout this structure. So your familiar this full moon would like you to release the need to hold on to too much structure. And this ties in with the card, the Tower, because the Tower is all about unexpected challenges or unexpected things happening where you kind of feel overwhelmed or in a little bit of chaos. And your familiar just wants you to release the need to control, release the need to have this structure or this routine when times maybe are uncertain or when something happens that surprises you. And this could be a good surprise too. It doesn't always have to be something scary or a bad surprise. A surprise can also be really positive and really loving. And whatever unexpected surprise is going to occur, your familiar wants you to be able to remain loving and compassionate towards yourself and towards your loved ones, and to just remember this balance between structure and fun and warmth. So structure and stability and security and confidence isn't always these hard, controlling type energies. They can also be warm and soft. You can have structure and leadership, but be very loving at the same time. So think about maybe what energy, what side you are more on. Are you more on the loving, kind of carefree, compassionate side with little structure? Or are you on the side that's very strict and has a lot of structure and organization and control? And do you need to bring some more of that loving energy in? Or do you need to bring, if you're on the loving side, then you would need to bring the opposite in, which is more of the control. So depending which way you feel, which energy you think you want, your familiar wants you to be able to kind of come more out of balance with the two. Approach with both, not too much one or not enough the other. Find a good balance between the two. So I hope that was helpful for you, Group 1. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 2, your cards are the Devil and the Two of Hearts. Group 2, with your cards, the Devil and the Two of Hearts, your familiar is telling you that there is something that you maybe feel you aren't in control about. Maybe some aspect of your life that you feel you have no control over. So this could be in a relationship, in love, in finances, in career, in business, in health, maybe even in your own beliefs or your own emotions, something that you feel out of control in, where you feel that someone else is limiting you or restricting you or holding you back, someone or something else is preventing you from doing something, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You kind of just feel like, well, that's it, that's what it is, there's no changing it, nothing I can do about it, that's just life. And your familiar is telling you right now that that's not true, that you are limiting yourself and limiting your power and your capabilities and your strength and whatever skills you have. Your pet's saying, wait a minute, you have those skills. You are able to take control. You are so powerful that what you are saying you don't have control over, you do have control over. And your pet's trying to remind you to step into this power. Your familiar sees you as someone that can overcome whatever this is, release whatever this is, take control and take charge over whatever you feel like you've kind of just given up on, and you've kind of just said, well, can't do anything about that. Your familiar is saying, wait a second, there is a lot you can do. You are powerful. You are in control. Your familiar has so much belief and confidence in you to be able to overcome whatever this is, whatever area or obstacle or challenge you feel that you have no power over. And your familiar is telling you to approach this challenge or whatever this is that you feel you don't have control over, to approach it from a place of love, from a place of just complete trust and love, unconditional love. However that makes sense to you, however you can approach this with love, approach it with love. And your familiar saying, you and I have this really strong, loving connection. You are my person. You are my main source of love. And when you give this love to other people or other situations, you can give love to an object or to just a memory or an event or something. Just shine love on that. Think of that thing that's challenging that you don't have control, and just surround it with love, surround it with positive thoughts and positive feelings. And your familiar is saying you can do that easily just by tuning into the connection that you and I have, the love that we have. Get into that kind of loving state when you feel overwhelmed by love, whatever causes you to feel that way. Get into that, and then think of this this challenge or whatever it is that you feel you don't have control over. So that's your familiar's advice to you. And your familiar saying that release whatever you need to release to be able to get into showering love on whatever issue that you feel you don't have control over. So this full moon, figure out what that is, what you need to release that can get you into the state of loving this specific area of your life and showering that area in love. I hope that made sense to you and it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video group too. Bye. Group 3, your cards are the Chariot and the Four of Bones. Group 3, your card, the Four of Bones, is all about material possessions. So you can think kind of like when a dog, some dogs, they have a bone, and it can be common that you can't approach a dog with a bone because they might growl, they might become a little bit aggressive, or try and let you know that this is my bone and you're not going to get it, and they get a little possessive over their bone. Some dogs also have this with toys. I know some cats that will growl if I approach their food while they're eating, and dogs do that as well. So animals can become possessive, and that's usually over food, but it can be over people and toys and their bed. So this card has that kind of possessive, clinging, holding on to energy, and your familiar wants you to release this energy. If you feel this way over something where you feel that you just need to hang on so tightly to control it, and to not, you're kind of scared or worried about what will happen if you let go a little bit, your pet wants you to be able to let go, to be able to just go with the flow and trust that if whatever this item is, or whatever this feeling is, or this belief, or it might not be something physical, it might be something that you're emotionally holding on to, or a thought that you don't want to release. And you probably know what this is that you need to release, but this full moon is really when you can finally release that, or start to release that, or really become clear on what it is that needs to be released. And your this is the energy that your familiar wants you to release, whatever possessive kind of energy that you're clinging onto or holding onto. Just release it. And if it's something that you love, or that you want, or that you need, that you are kind of nervous or scared to let go of it, your pet is just saying trust that whatever happens, you are going to be able to overcome it. So whatever happens when you release this item, this person, this feeling, this thought, whatever it is, when you release it, trust that only good is going to come from it, because you are capable. With the Chariot, your familiar is saying you are strong, and you are capable, and you are confident, and you have all the skills and all the tools and everything you need to overcome any challenge at all that comes your way. So your familiar is giving you this reminder, this letting you know how they see you. They see you as this strong, capable, confident person that can release whatever needs to be released. And if it's easy for you to release, then your familiar is just giving you the support, and they're telling you that whatever happens, I am always going to be here for you. And they're reminding you to just take control of the situation, take charge, and go after what you want, and you will get your desires, and you will get whatever you're trying to manifest, or whatever your dream goal or your dream life is. You will get there by releasing, by letting go, and just trusting that this is the right thing to do. So I would think most likely you've had something in your mind, or something that you've kind of thought that if you let go of or release, you'll get a better outcome, or you'll get closer to what you are hoping, your final kind of goal, or your wish, or your desire. And you know that by releasing this, you will get there. Your familiars letting you know that that's right, and I'm here to support you and love you and help you get over whatever happens when you release this thing. So this full moon, release whatever you need to release. Or if you aren't sure what that is, take the time to reflect and assess and think about what it is that you maybe need to release. Maybe you're not ready to release it right now. Maybe you just need to get some clarity on what it is that you need to release, or how you can release it, but get it kind of started. Get the process going of releasing it. The first thing you need to do is become really clear on what it is that you do need to release, and your familiar is here supporting you and loving you and cheering you on, and your familiar is always there for you to go to when you need support or love or understanding, or to just get in a better mindset, mind frame, lift up your spirit, your mood, all that. So I hope this was helpful for you, group 3, and you are able to release whatever needs to be released during this full moon. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.